Today I'm going to show you a new project. These are mini landscapes inspired by an artist named Jen Orani. And they're really small and they're really kind of fun to create. So when you get started, first of all, you're going to start with a smaller piece of paper, rectangle. And there's three different ways that you can do this. You could do a circle design, triangle, or a rectangle. Each one looks good and you can try out different ones if you'd like to. All right, let's get started here. Push these up here. So I'm going to do a circle one. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a pencil and you're going to trace around it. Okay, I've already done this one. I do have an idea sheet from her website here, and there's a lot of cool ideas for what you could add to it for the drawing. Mountains. Here's one for the triangle as well. I'm going to share with you how to do the mountains because they can be a little tricky to understand at first of all. So when you get started with the mountains, you're going to start off with, I like to do a horizon line, just a straight one here. Leave some room up on the top here for the sky, because the sky color is really the cool part of this project. So you're starting with the pencil, and if you're going to do mountains, you're going to do some up and down zigzags. Kind of vary these up where you have some that come up tall and some come down a little bit more. Okay, don't have the same pattern going the whole way through. Okay. As you get that finished up, you're going to do this little cool technique where you're going to go to the top, and I'm going to come down and go back to another ridge coming up here. So it's kind of like a wavy line, but it comes back over on this side. What that's going to do is it's going to show one side of the mountain, and then we can add some shadow effects to it. So I'm going to come over to, maybe I'll do this one right here, since it's one of the tallest ones. You definitely want to do it to the tallest ones. And then I'm going to come back right over here. This one, maybe let me try this little one here and come back there. And then I'm also going to do one coming right up over here. Maybe right here as well. Okay? So I really like how that's working out right now. And then what you're going to do when you come in and outline it, you're going to add some shadow effects on one side. So you'd outline all these lines, but I like to do these diagonal lines in there. And that creates a really interesting effect, and it makes it look more 3D. One other thing I wanted to show you guys was how to draw one of these cool looking trees here. They're really simple to do. So what you need to do is, first of all, is it closer to the horizon line? If it's really far away, like close to the horizon line, it's only going to be probably about that big, like really tiny. If it's down towards the bottom here, you're going to draw a longer line. And you're just going to do your lines before you begin with the trees. Okay, so that's just the middle of your tree there. After that, you're just going to kind of do this technique where you go back and forth, filling in the area, and it's going to make sure your lines are going horizontal, and you'll be fine if you do that. It's kind of like doing an S back and forth, but I like to fill it in a little bit more here and there, trying to make it look a little bit more natural when I do that. So that's how to do a tree. The final part, once you get all the drawing done, you're going to get into the color, and this is my favorite part. So you're going to start off by doing some Crayola markers, and I'm working with pink here, and then I'm going to get into purple if I can find it. There it is. So I have purple I'm going to be coming on the top here. I like to leave a little bit of white space here, and I'll show you why in a little bit. So I'm just going to actually go right on top of the pink a little bit, and then we're going to be using some water to turn it into a watercolor. Get the color down nice and strong here. Go over it a couple times. All right, I think I'm ready for the watercolor. When I get my water, make sure you use a smaller brush since these are a mini landscape. And I'm going to start here towards the bottom, and I'm just going to put a little water, and I'm just going to move it down and letting it kind of soak into the paper as I'm working. I'm using small brush strokes. I'm not trying to do it quickly. I want to control the water. And I could go all the way down to by these trees here. And it just really makes a really cool effect. And your colors get lighter as they get towards the trees here. And you're going to work your way all the way up through here. The purple's probably going to be a little bit darker of a color that goes into the pink here. So, and that might even come down into the other part over here. So what you would do is continue working on it, getting that color to come down. If you have time to let it dry, here's one that I did a little bit earlier. You could start adding some white effects. So there's some white gel pens, look really nice. And you could just do little dots on there to create like star effects into your work.